Hello everyone, today I'll tell you Hello Universe book chapter 11 to 15. Basil Salinas woke up early that morning and went to eat a cereal with a milk, and she was pouring a milk and then she heard a sound that was, "Hey, you poured too much milk," and it was her grandmother. And they were talking to each other, and then Basil Salinas was suddenly curious and asked her grandmother if she believed in the destiny, and she said she does. And the grandmother was kept thinking and said, "Hey, you have to be aware of the red color." And there in 7:30 a.m. there was a bell ringing. And the only one who was woke in that house was Valencia and has to go to a door. And when she saw two people, one was a man and one was a woman. And she suddenly knew that they were following a God and they were going on a church. And they gave her a pamphlet and it said, "If you listen carefully, you could hear the God saying." And it was very not curious for her and trash it in the trash can. And Valencia's dad liked the sweet cereal, and Valencia's mother didn't like it at all and always angry at it. And Valencia said to her mother that she was going on a forest to find some animals, but normally it was going on a Cowie's house, how not to have a nightmare. And Chet Williams didn't believe that Valencia couldn't hear, because when they were on a school trip and it was around the forest and they saw a snake, and Chet Williams thought he wasn't afraid of a snake. He snatched it. The teacher said, "Hey, don't do it, Chaplains," but he snatched it and said to our class that he is very brave and very strong. And then Valencia asked to our teacher that if snake could hear, and teacher said they could hear with the body because of the sound shake. And that was the reason why Chet Williams didn't believe it. If she couldn't hear, the one who couldn't hear won't ask that, the Chet Williams thought. And also, Valencia didn't want to hide that she couldn't hear the voice. And that was the two reasons that Chet Williams didn't believe it. And there was a Kaori Tanaka and his brother. And the soul's room, that is Kaori Tanaka's room, was almost very empty. And in the floor, there was a carpet that was like 12 stars, And there were in the ceilings, there were also many stars too. So, and it was almost empty, so we could see it well. And it was the reason why Kaori Tanaka's little bit special and little bit mystery, and then he thought he could see the future of that person and could also talk to them because if there has a curious things or other things. And Valencia liked the squirrel, and she was going to see about it and going to give it to the dog. And the dog was not officially her dog, but it was a lost dog, and it has a black fur. But people afraid of it because people think the black fur ones are scary than other fur colors one. And Valencia couldn't understand it because it is just a fur. And when the person lived with that dog, they could know that that dog that Valencia cares about has a kind. And Valencia took some breakfast for the dog and was going to get out, and then one hand snatches her, and it was her mother. Her mother was always curious and always asked to Valencia where will her go and blah 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 blah. And if her mother was has a good feeling, she would let her go. But if she has a bad feeling, she won't let her go. But she let her Valencia to go find a squirrel and take care of it. And Valencia finally could go to a dog and give a breakfast and go to Kari Tanaka's house. And the story is finished. And it is now I read it to chapter 15. Now I can know that why this is a Newbery Meta book, and I can't wait to see the next 5 chapters. And see you next time.